Solve this problem together. First of all, step number 1. Total. How many people do we have? 5 men and 4 women. We have 9 people. And they said no restrictions. So no extra business rule. C of 9, choose 5. Why? Because we have 5 people in committee. Okay. Any questions? And now you know how to do this. It's 9 factorial divided by 5 factorial by 9 minus 5 factorial. This same like 4 factorial. And this would be 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 factorial. Because this is the biggest factorial. In the denominator, we have 5 factorial. And 4 factorial is, okay, write expanded form in order to simplify. 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 5 factorial and 5 factorial you cancel out. 4 goes into 8 2 times. 3 goes into 9 3 times. And 2 cancel out. What is left? Is left 3 times 7 times 6. Okay. 21 times 6, 3 times 7, 21. 21 times 6 is 126. So in this one, when you have no restriction, you have 126. Who understand this 100%? Who has questions? Sophia, you with me? Sophia, hands 2 seconds. I put hands down. Some nice kids not today with us, right? You want to get this lecture, you must go through, it's crucial, all these steps with handouts again by yourself. David K, you have questions? Gabriel, you have questions? Raising hand, no. Okay. Now, who wanna try by yourself? Okay, let me count one. Who would like, put your hands down, who would like to continue together? I explain and you watch. Majority win. Okay, let's do this. B. So probably I can erase this, right? To have, this was A. I need more room. Before I continue, students, this size of font is good for you or bigger? What do you think? Put your hands down. Who prefer the same size? Hands down. Who prefer bigger a little bit? Let me use bigger. If bigger, I will erase previous. I wanted to after A row write B, etc. So I will erase everything every time. So the same problem, only different questions. I will write bigger, but every time I will erase. Make notes because after that I give some question, you will solve it. During summer, when we have summer classes, right, we will solve thousands of questions from test. You see how many questions we have like this. And here it is, it's I erased it, it's N. For students, I just wrote this for you. So question B. With, let me write here B, I save a little bit time. With B. Exactly 3 women. Exactly 3 women. So this is equation B. And you're gonna solve, okay. First of all, if they ask you exactly 3 women, okay, what does it mean? My goal to have in this committee 3 women. But since we have some restrictions, then in this committee must be 5 people. From this follow that we're supposed to have 2 men. If I don't have 2 men and only 3 women, I will not fulfill this obligation, right, students? This key thing, because some students, when I check homework manuals, they check it for me. No way, you don't forget about the second restrictions. That's why that's more interesting problem. You write this, what we have. When I choose women, I have C of 4 women, choose 3. When I'm talking about men, it's C of 5 men, choose 2. So far so good. And always it's the same, like remember we study without these formula equations, for instance, you have 5 salads and 3 soups. How many combination you have? You multiply this, right? Fundamental counting. Here the same analogy. When you found this value, you must multiply by this value. This key thing, who understand this? After that, just technique, mechanics. In your
Can you
real
explain that one more time, Dr. Farber?
Sure. They ask you to find exactly 3 women. Forget about the second one, right? 3 women I can get out of 4 because I have only 4 women by 3, right? Agree? I can choose women from this set because this is men. If I count this one, it would be wrong. Why? Because we have condition. I have committee, this is my committee, and there are 3 women, but I need to have 5 people. 5 people, I get if and only if you have 2 men here, right? You agree? Now, I would have 3 women exactly, and 2 men. I satisfy this condition. So far, so good? Karen?
Yes.
But men, I can choose only from this set.
Yeah.
In this set, we have only 5 men. Choose 2, and I multiply this. Okay. So solving this kind of problem, we can have 3, 4 conditions, 5 conditions. Nobody cares, just mechanics, you understand this one. This is key thing for this. Who understands so far 100%? 100. Raise your hand, everybody. David K, Gabriel, Sophia. Okay, good, good, good. Let's do this together with you. This is technique after this. Mechanics. Since you're already prepared to do this, let's do step by step. This is n, which is 4 factorial, divided by 3 factorial. by 4 minus 3 factorial. And this guy is 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial multiplied by, I will erase this, we don't have too much room. I put here 2 men by 5 minus 2 factorial. And this is the same like 3 factorial. So far, so good. If you have any questions, without hesitation, ask me. What is 4 factorial? It's the same 4 times 3 factorial. This is 1 factorial. Obviously, the biggest factorial here. It will be 4 factorial. 4 times 3 factorial, divided by 3 factorial, and divide by 1 factorial, which is 1. Multiply by, this is 3 factorial. So it's 5 times 4 times 3 factorial, divide by 2. 2 is, factorial is 2 times 1, and times 3 factorial. Now, 3 factorial and 3 factorial cancel out. 3 factorial cancel out. 2 goes into 4 2 times. And 5, this is 2, right? Then I'll write bigger 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 times 4 is 40. We can get only 40 combination to get 3 women. And this key thing how to solve it. Who understand this? 100%. 100. Okay, good, good, good. Now, don't forget we counted in previous problem that we have total, we already did it, 9 people. I erased step A. Now, if you don't have any questions, let's solve problem C. Okay, anybody has questions before I erase? No? Okay. Okay, C. C, we have exactly 4 men. C. Exactly 4 men. Okay. So what is 4 men? If you have my goal to have 4 men, I assume it's supposed to be 1 woman. So far, so good. It means I have to have exactly 4 men and to have 1 woman. That's my goal. Now do like before. C of 5, choose 4. This for men. You can make some comments. Times C of 4. This is my entity. Choose 1 since we have only 1 woman. Who understand this? 100%. You think? Okay, Matvey. So don't try not to lose anything because later would be more challenging than this one. It's just beginning. And what is it? I use this step. And this is 5 factorial by 4 factorial by 5 minus 4 factorial. multiply by 4 factorial by 1 factorial by 4 minus 1 factorial, which is, this is 1 factorial. This is 3 factorial. Equals, the greatest is 4 factorial. It will be 5 times 4 factorial divided by 4 factorial by 1 factorial. Multiply by 4 times 3 factorial, since I have 3 factorial in the denominator. 1 factorial is 1 times 3 factorial. So far, so good. Any questions, students? If you don't have any questions, ask me questions. You can use microphone. 4 and 4 cancel out. 3 factorial cancel out. Okay. And now what is left? We have only 5 times 4, which is 20. Okay. Okay, good. Next question, 20. Similar questions they ask you in the test, but you're smart, you understand you have to fill all these conditions. Who understand this 100%? 100. Okay, good. Andrew, Mia, wherever, if you practice at home, do all steps. Now, if you don't have questions, I give you another one. Let me erase everything. Beauty of this exercise that I wrote only one line, and after that, just modify questions for this. Otherwise, it will be a creative writing class. Okay, next, it was C, right? No women, D. No women. What is no women? It means we're supposed to have only 5 men. If you have 5 men, from this fall we have 0 women. That's my goal. 0 women. Definitely you can do a formal way like we did before. So, in order to do this, you take man and this one, right? Exactly. Okay, where is it? No women, right? I have C of 5 over 5 times C out of 4, I choose 0. Okay. Formal way. It would be what? 5 factorial divided by 5 factorial by 5 minus 5 factorial, which is 0 factorial. And you know by definition 0 factorial equals to 1, right? Remember this? We did it. Multiply by 4 factorial by 0 factorial by 4 minus 0 factorial. Now, at the same, this you can cancel out, and this is 1. So all this guy is 1. And this is 4 factorial. You also cancel out. This is 1. And definitely with common sense, but formula smarter than we are sometimes. The answer will be 1. So far, so good. Who understand this way? I just show the formula work in any circumstances. Dimitri, be careful, students. Today I give you a different question. You will do. Somebody asking. We have to use this formula. Student who asked me this question, Samira, you have to use for all questions like this. Okay. This is the best approach to solve this problem. So far, so good. We can afford to use draw three combination 3. It's wasting of time. Keep in mind, you have only you have 90 minutes for 57 questions. This is the fastest way to solve this kind of problem. Okay, and they have this question on the test. Better ask me. It's not difficult. I deliberately left for you this one. Just take it like take banana, take apple, and follow this pattern. If you have any question without hesitation, ask. Did I answer your question? So, yeah. So for this kind of questions, yes. If you have geometry or something, you don't use this formula. Use, but again, students, this test, they have wherever you study in your school, plus many questions related to probability. And this is your advantage because not every student in your class know this, right? In your beautiful school. Every point count. Like today, many students, our students calling, they pass to Mark Twain by Academy, right? Before STI, we have highest rate to this. But you have to know extras, because if you say, well, I don't know how to solve it, you're losing point. You will be not, how to say, compatible with this formula. Not difficult. I'm doing this formula for 49 years. Students love this. It saves you a lot of time. And it's not tricky. Look unusual, but okay. By the way, students, who understand, put your hands down. Who understand up to this point everything what I done? What I have done, everything. You see everybody raise, good. This is the fastest way. Not every time you use it. Sometimes you have business rule where you have to find, let's say, you have 3 sets and you pull out numbers from these sets, and you have to find how many combinations you can get with total less than 17. In this case, yes, you're supposed to use 3 combinations. But when you don't have this restriction, business restriction, use this formula. So I did with you D, now E, not too many left, couple more. E, the question is at least 2 women. At least. They like this, at least, at most 2 women. Mm-hmm. 2 women. Okay. So what we have, what is greater or equal, it is same. Let me explain this. Greater or equal than 2 women. 2 women. If I use number line for explanation, this is 2 women inclusively. Can I have 3 women? Yes. Can I have 4 women in this set? Yes. Can I have 5? No, because we have only 4 women. What about men? If we have 2 women and we need our goal to have 5 people, I assume that we need 3 men. If we have 3 women, we need 2 men. If we have 4 women, we need 1 man to satisfy this condition. Let you think. Greater or equal, use number line, name this number line women, and after that count each possible combination. For instance, step number 1. I use the space, we need a lot of stuff right now. How to get 2 women and 3 men. Okay. For this one. At least, I don't know, just a second, this 2 men was other way around. I want to see exactly what I have here. 2 men. So this is men. I will make adjustment. Why? Because in another problem we have something around women. This is man, 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 and this is women, women, and women. Now it's correct. Just read carefully what they ask you. E. At least 2 men. Yes, but if at least 2 men, we can have also option to have 5 men here. And 0 women. Now, fine. Let's go through each step. The first one, what we have. What we have about men. C of 5, choose 2, times C of 4, this is women, choose 3, and we count with you. How to count? It will be 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. I write smaller, otherwise don't have enough room. We consider all these scenarios. By 5 minus 2 factorial, multiply by 4 factorial, divide by 3 factorial, by 4 minus 3 factorial. And this is 3 factorial. And this is 1 factorial. After that, I write 5 times 4 times 3 factorial, divide by 2 times 1, multiply by 3 factorial, instantly cancel out. Multiply by 4 times 3 factorial, divide by 3 factorial, and cancel all this. Okay. And after that, 2 goes into 4 2 times. 5 times 2 is 10 times 4, 40. For the first, I get 40 for this one. This is 40. So far, so good. Now, consider this scenario. Number 2. C of 5, choose 3. Multiply by C of 4, choose 2. Equals 5 factorial, divide by 3 factorial, by 5 minus 3 factorial. Multiply by 4 factorial, divide by 2 factorial, by 4 minus 2 factorial, equals. This is 2 factorial. This is 2 factorial. It would be 5 factorial. 5 times 4 times 3 factorial. Divide by 3 factorial. Multiply by 2 factorial is the same like 2 times 1 for simplification. Multiply. 4 times 3 times 2 factorial. Divide by 2 factorial. 2 times 1. Now simplify. 3 factorial cancel out. 2 goes into 4 2 times. This guy would be 10. 2 factorial cancel out. 2 goes into 4 2 times. It would be 6. 6 times 10, 60. For this scenario, we get 60. So for this, we get 40. For this, 60. Keep doing. Number 3. Can I read this? I need more room for this 1 and 2 steps. If you have a question, ask me to finish this. Okay, nobody has questions? Okay. Let me finish before break all this one example, but it's a nice example. Next, case 3. It was 1. This is 2. Next 3. Case 3. I supposed to have C of 5 choose 3. Multiply C of 4 choose 2. Which is 5 factorial. Divide by 3 factorial. By 5 minus 3 factorial. Multiply by 4 factorial. Just a second. We already done this. Not good. Already done this. Number 3. Number 2. I will make adjustment. Oh, I erased it. I need this one. C of 5 choose 4. Multiply by C of 4 choose 1. It will be 5 factorial divided by 4 factorial by 5 minus 4 factorial. Multiply by 4 factorial, 1 factorial, multiply by 4 minus 1 factorial. And this is 1 factorial. And this is 3 factorial. 5 factorial is the same 5 times 4 factorial divided by 4 factorial times 1. This 1 factorial is 1. Cancel out. 4 factorial is the same like 4 times 3 factorial divided by 1 times 3 factorial. Cancel out. And you have 5 times 4, which is 20. I can write for this case, we have what? 20. Who understand this 100%? Who has questions? And the last of this one, I try to write here, number 4. We have formal way. Obviously, it's you can do mental, but show you what. C of 5 choose 5. Multiply by C of 4 choose 0. See what you get for this case. You know this is 1, right? But anyway, 5 factorial divided by 5 factorial by 5 minus 5 factorial. Multiply by 4 factorial. Divide by 0 factorial, which is 1. And 4 minus 0 factorial. This is 4 factorial. 4 factorial cancel out. This is 1 factorial. 1 factorial is 1. Cancel out, this is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Now, how to get, and this is 1. To get final answer, step number 5. You take all of them. This is 40 plus 60 plus 20 plus 1. It would be 121. This is classical example which kind of type you can get. Again, many questions I have taught you how to do it very fast. And this is not difficult, but a little bit more time-consuming question. Okay. So let me put this way. You will go to break right now, right? And to maximum 3 minutes. Put your hands down right now. Hands down. If you have any question, ask right now. No questions? Good. Come back, raise your hand. Don't use during break any browsers. Concentrate on this. And after that, we practice more. And after the break, I would ask Karen to explain about admission process. It's very similar everywhere because our target finally to be where? University, right? This intermediate step. Okay, go to the break, come back, raise your hand. Still waiting for you. David K, Emma, Nicole, Samira. Raise hand if you're here. It's Nicole. Nicole, you here? Some of you came late here. Let us know. This lecture is extremely important. Nicole, you here? Raise your hand. Okay. So again, many discrepancies in understanding, and many of students make not the best, not optimal way preparation for colleges, right? And many of them, even today, one student called to manager. Usually, I have almost everybody pass this test. For instance, Mark Twain. They came to beautiful school. I just give one example. And you know, for fifth grader, we have many schools, but let's say Mark Twain by Academy. Mark Twain related to one district, and this is a city school. Regardless of where you live, you can apply for this school. Bay Academy is zoning school, and student get not bad score at all, and the student did not pass. And why he did not pass? Because his beautiful admission in his beautiful school recommend the student to apply to Bay Academy, since I don't know why. And he lived not in this zoning school, not in this zone. Definitely he was rejected. Many years ago, they give you application where you have only choices related to, now they give you application, come whatever you choose. 0 level of school, 0 level of this admission office, and this nice kid was not accepted. Definitely because they accept only from this zone. Keep in mind. I make analogy. The same story with your preparation for SHSAT test. They take consideration your statewide as well. You ignore this. After that, you have the same result with another smart kid. They said, well, this has better scores in statewide. I just give some example. GPA. You go to college, like Ivan, the best school of Stein. He is very smart, but too smart. In 9th grade, he decided to fool around. Why? We need only result for SSST in last 2 years. He applied for admission office. They said, well, what a garbage. What did you do in 9th grade? He said, well, nobody need this score. So you're interested about only your score, not about knowledge. You're not durable out of MIT. No MIT, period, wherever he wants. So if you know all this stuff advanced, and you have time to do this, not in 12th grade you decided to choose. If you know this rule of games, you definitely will not make this mistake. We have unique opportunity. In our class, we have great Karen. She very experienced in admission. And Karen, would you like to tell us about some basic, which is more important to pass to the best colleges with finally?
Absolutely. I've been an admissions officer for many years. I've helped people get into some of the top schools, including my own children. And most recently, I read admissions folders for just part-time for Fordham University, but I've worked for some of the top schools. I will tell you, and that story that Dr. Farber just told you about the young man who fooled around in freshman year, he never would have gotten into any of the schools that I work with, because one of the first things that we look at in admissions is your grades. And if you're going to go to the Ivies, to MIT, to Stanford, to University of Chicago, etc., you have to have the best grades you possibly can. And the reason why is because you're competing with kids from all over the world who had the top grades. You also must have the highest SAT score you can possibly get. Again, because you're competing with kids from all over the world who have the top SAT scores. If you don't have the top grades or the top SAT scores in the beginning when we read the files, you don't even make it to the next round. You end up in the garbage, you're not even there. So you have to work hard. You have to work hard in this class because this class will help get you higher grades. So you must study hard in this class. You have a unique opportunity right now. So you've got to get the best grades. You have to get the perfect scores, the top grades, everything. Aim to get straight A's. Now, one of the things that the schools are looking for is, while everyone has top grades and everyone has top scores, the schools are not looking for well-rounded students. What they are looking are for well-angled students. What do I mean by that? Everyone you're competing with, all the people who have garbage grades, garbage scores, they end up on the floor. But when you make it to the second round of the admissions into what they call the committees, and the committees are where all the admissions officers talk about your files, but you have to make it to that point first with the good grades and the good scores. They look for well-angled students. It's not enough just to do volunteer work, community service. It's not enough just to participate on the sports team or even just, do a little bit of projects here, a little bit of projects there. You won't make it. You have to stand out from everyone else. You have to have this wow factor, which Dr. Farber has talked about. One of the things that they look for is people who have done research. Have you done the detailed research and the analysis? Have you done the special activities? If you're in sports, are you a state champion? If you've done volunteering, have you just not volunteered, but have you created a whole volunteer community that will last after you graduate? These are the top things that they're looking for. I had a client once, because I do consulting, I had a client once that a student, she was doing, she wanted to go into computer science engineering, and she would help out every time with women who were over 35, 40, who didn't understand computer science. So she took those people and she turned it into an online class that she would teach this online class once a week to these women. That's what the colleges are looking for. Unique. What makes you stand out? And research is always number one, which Dr. Farber offers. But you can only do the research with Dr. Farber if you do well in these classes. You do the homework, you show up and do the research. That's what the schools are looking for. Finally, and I'll wrap it up, you have to have your essays. So I know a lot of you are taking the English part of the classes. Make sure your essays look really good. There's a formula to them where you have your situation, how you handle the situation, the result, and how you can teach somebody else. The essays have to be grammar, so you're going to have people look over them as well. And then your recommendations. If you can get a recommendation from Dr. Farber, who's a top researcher, that means a lot. Strong recommendations from teachers, because that can make or break you. That is the way you get into the top colleges. And what you're doing right now in this class will set you worlds apart. But you have to do the work, get the top scores, get the top grades. You have to be well angled and differentiate yourself from all the other applications, and research will do it. You have to master something, show that you master it, and have that wow factor to get in. And of course, your essays and your recommendations. If anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Students, any questions? Thank you, Karen, for very important information. Why we do it advanced? Because nobody has access on time to go back and change your result is score in 7th grade, right? You have now great opportunity and you will be prepared. I just
That
want
is
to,
correct.
yeah, absolutely. And I want to add, thank you very much, Karen. And I want to just add a couple words for this, just few words. So look at this. I will, during this, your presentation, I found one of, just let's see, here it is. I made presentation. It was a World Congress of Education. I prepared these materials for Cambridge, if you know, United Kingdom, right? And after that, made this similar, I enhance it. I represent in the World Congress in, where is it? In, here it is, in Beijing, yes, in Beijing. And I'm not going to go through this one, yes, Beijing. And you can look at this presentation on this YouTube, but let me show, just a second. Let me show some stuff on, what is it?
Today you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss that you have to finish before the big meeting starts in 10 minutes. Or you're cramming for an
I want to show one diagram
can't
here.
bear to keep your eyes open to read.
Yeah, this. So diagram is about over there. No, this presentation about future of online education. But here we have some graph. What is 57? It's supposed to be here. So this is from Stanford statement, from Yale, Harvard, etc. They look for somebody, it's exactly from their sites, and they look for somebody who will bring unique, because it helped to develop level of this college, because our colleges also compete with each other. In addition, in this presentation, I show 2 points: point of college and point of student, right? And here my this admission from college point and from applicant. So college fighting for smart kids, because this, you know, some people, when they become CEO of great company, they give a lot of money, like alumni, for this particular college, millions of this. They're looking for this. And look at this briefly diagram. You see criteria they're looking for? Academic level. It's one of criteria. Extracurricular activity is supposed to be very strong, like Karen emphasized. If you have medium results, they don't care about this. They appreciate scientific curiosity. They're looking for recommendation from the real recommendation, not fake, from top research companies. They take consideration influence, personal skill, and characters. All this you're supposed to combine together in USA. And if you satisfy all this for each of them, when they vote in committee, you have a grade from 1 to 10. You go to get the smallest possible grade. It's the first place on Olympic. If you have here 1, there 1, there 1, not necessarily 1, 2, wherever, when they count, they appreciate students who have the lowest score. In this case, it means you're on the top. In this case, you have great opportunity to pay this. I don't need this one. I just want this is our internship here. We did, etc. Why I'm telling about this? Before not too late, you have to study. Many of my students who took internship with nice grade, definitely they in this, all this stuff, for sure. They're happy to get these students. Okay, this is very briefly. Now, I will turn it And keep in mind, don't make this mistake, because you're working for go to this port, which is good, but it will not help you too much for this admission. Do support for yourself if you're not very strong, and think about something really valuable for this college. Do you have any questions, students? If you'd like, put your hands down. If you'd like, I believe manager already sent this presentation. It's who would like to get this link again? This, I believe, 25 minutes or something. So manager will send everybody this one. I have tons of them in different countries. This was right. Okay. In this presentation, I emphasize that only 20% people, they develop conceptual thinking. Only 20. 80% did not. So I want you having this 20%. Now in this education, the number even more asymmetrical. Now, if you don't have any questions, let's practice together. And we solve another problem. We solve another problem with you. I also show how to apply this approach for many probability questions that you have. For probability questions. Okay, good. For instance, I give you a question. Okay. Problem number 2. Professor, professor, grades. I write like this, homework, to save time. By randomly choosing blank out of blank problems. To grade. Okay. Now, question A. How many different groups of 5, let's say, problems can be chosen from blank problems? This is question. And question B. Alex did only 5, let's say, problems of one assignment. Find probability, find the probability the problems he did comprised the group that was selected to be graded. These two questions. Let's incorporate this is 5 out of 12. Okay. Put your hands down. Who would like to solve together this so far? Let's do it together. The first part A is straightforward. We know total we have C12 choose 5. What they said right. Let me read again. So it would be 12 factorial. I make bigger. Divide by 5 factorial by 12 minus 5 factorial. Which is, this is 7 factorial. It would be 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 factorial, because 7 is the biggest one. Divide by 5 factorial is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And times 7 factorial. Instantly, this and this you cancel out. 5 goes into 10 2 times. 4 times 3 is 12. And this 12 cancel out. This 2 and 2 cancel out. And what we have in the denominator, in numerator, if you multiply everything, I got 792. Okay, who understand this 100%, students? 100, easy, right? You did, because you have great tools.